Lawmakers passed a $51 billion state budget around 3 p.m. today. This budget promises to help raise the starting teacher salary to $40,000. ABC 17's Hannah Falcon is breaking down the $33 million spent on teacher pay raises.
After a tumultuous week at the Capitol,
this last week was a long year.
A $51 billion state budget was sent to the governor's desk, with several hours to spare before the deadline.
We made investments in teachers and education and higher ed and workforce development and a whole host of infrastructure projects, transportation, water projects, things like that.
Every district in this state is trying to pay their teachers as much as they can. So if they're not paying $38, it's because they can't afford to.
$33 million was put aside in this budget to help schools pay teachers a minimum salary of $40,000 a year, starting in the 2025-2026 school year, as is now required by law.
Now that we are codifying in state law that the minimum teacher pay is higher, then I do believe that we have an appropriation that would support that.
But Columbia Democratic Representative and former teacher Kathy Steinhoff doesn't think the state is properly supporting educators in this budget.
I'm concerned that the appropriation for the baseline grant is not enough, because I think we're going to see more and more districts wanting to use that this year to scaffold them into that $40,000.
The way this grant works is that if a district could afford to pay a teacher $30,000, the state would then make up the additional $10,000 needed to get that teacher's salary up to $40,000. Small rural districts that I've spoken with recently have expressed concern that they're not going to be able to meet that $40,000 requirement if the state does not continue this grant for years to come. Reporting at the state capitol, I'm Hannah Falcon, ABC 17 News.
The governor has already said he may veto one portion of the budget, $8 million for continuing the Missouri State Highway Patrol and Missouri National Guard's mission at the southern border. Parson says the mission should be done by the time this budget goes into effect on July 1st.